Hi my students, today we'll take lesson 8 in chapter 1. Lesson 8 is talking about ways to make 6 and 7. Ways to make 6 and 7. Okay, let's go to the direction and read together. Read it together. Okay, use counters to model. Find as many ways as you can to make 6 and 7. Trace the counters above the tent to show one of those ways. Write the addition number sentence. Okay, we can make here two way. Okay, we will make here two way, not only one way. Okay, if I draw two red counters, how many yellow counters I need to make a sum of 6? How many yellow counters I need to make a sum of 6? So after 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, can we draw addition sentence we have? Let's draw it together. How many red counters in the first part? How many red counters? I have 2 red counters. How many yellow counters in the second part? I have 4 yellow counters in the second part. So 2 plus 4 is the way to make a sum of 6. 2 plus 4 is the way to make a sum of 6. Okay, let's do it again. I will use the red counters. I want to make a sum of 7. I want way to make a sum of 7. So I'll draw here like 4 red counters. I'll draw here 4 red counters. Okay, how many yellow counters I need to make a sum of 7? How many yellow counters I need to make a sum of 7? So after 4, 5, 6 and 7. Okay, let's draw our addition sentence. Let's draw it together. Okay, how many red counters I have? I have 4 red counters. Okay, how many yellow counters? I have 3 yellow counters. 4 plus 3 is the way to make a sum of 7. Excellent. The way to make a sum of 7. So 4 plus 3 gives me 7. 4 plus 3 gives me 7. Okay, let's go to the next page. See and show. There are many ways to make a sum of 6 and 7. We have many ways to make a sum of 6 and 7. Like what? Like if I draw here 0 plus 6. Any number plus 0 gives me the same number. So 0 plus 6 gives me 6, the same number. Okay, if I draw 1 plus 5, this is a way to give me a sum of 6. Okay, another way, I want way to give me a sum of 7. So if I draw here 7 plus 0, this is a way to give me a sum of 7. Any number plus 0 gives me the same number. Okay, if I draw here 6 plus 1, another way to give me a sum of 7. Okay, let's go back to our sheet. How many in the first one here? How many red counters? I have only 1 red counter. So the first part here I'll draw 1. How many yellow counters I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 5 yellow counters. So the second part, I'll draw here 5 in the second part. 1 plus 5. 1 in your head, 5 on your fingers. After 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So the sum will be 6. So 1 plus 5 is a way to make a sum of 6. 1 plus 5 is a way to make a sum of 6. Okay? Okay, let's go to the next way. How many red counters? I have 2 red counters. Okay, how many yellow counters? I have 4 yellow counters. So in the first part here, I'll draw 2. The second part, I'll draw 4. For the 4 yellow counters. 2 plus 4 is a way to make a sum of 6. 2 plus 4 is a way to make a sum of 6. Okay, you can use your fingers. You can use your fingers, or we can think together. 2 in your head, 4 on your fingers. After 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, another way, but this way to make a sum of 7. How many red counters I have? 1, 2, and 3. So I have 3 red counters. So the first part here, I'll draw 3. How many yellow counters? 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the second part here, I'll draw 4. 3 plus 4 is the way to make a sum of 7. 3 plus 4 is the way to make a sum of 7. So the sum will be 7. Another way for making 7. Another way for making 7. How many red counters? Let's count it together. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So the first part will be 5. How many yellow counters? 1 and 2. So I have 2 yellow counters. So the second part, I'll draw 2. 5 plus 2 is the way to make a sum of 7. 5 plus 2 is the way to make a sum of 7. So the sum will be 7. Okay, let's go to the first example we have. Use work math 3 and counters to show different ways to make a sum of 6. Different ways to make a sum of 6. Okay, a sum of 6. Write the numbers. Ways to make 6. Ways to make 6. Okay, don't forget. Number 1, the first way, if I draw it by the counters, if I use the counters to show, okay, I'll use here the counters to show. If I put in the first part here 0, the second part will be any number plus 0 gives me the same number. So the second part here, I'll draw 6. I don't need to use counters here. If I put the first part 0, the second part will be 6. Why? Because any number plus 0 gives me the same number. Okay? Okay, the second one, I can use here counters. If I put in the first part 1, so I'll draw here 1 counter. Okay, how many counters I need? How many more counters I need to make 6? How many more counters I need to make 6? Okay, let's use the red one. Let's count after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So how many more counters I used? How many more counters I used to make 6? Let's count the red counters only. Let's count the red counters only. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So the second part I'll draw 5. The second part I'll draw 5. Okay, so 1 plus 5 is the way to make a sum of 6. Is the way to make a sum of 6. Number 3. I'll draw 2 blue counters. 1, 2. So how many more red counters? How many more red counters I need to use to make 6? How many more red counters I need to use to make 6? Okay, after 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, let's draw our addition sentence. Let's draw our addition sentence. How many blue counters? The first part, how many blue counters in the first part? I have 2 blue counters. Okay, how many red counters? The second part here, how many red counters? I have 4 red counters. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have here in the second part 4 red counters. So 2 plus 4 is a way to make a sum of 6. 2 plus 4 is a way to make a sum of 6. Okay, number 4. If I put here in the first part 3, so I'll draw 3 blue counters. 1, 2, 3. How many more red counters I need to use to make a sum of 6? How many more red counters? So after 3, 4, 5, and 6. So how many in the second part? How many red counters in the second part? I have 3 red counters. So 3 plus 3 is a way to make a sum of 6. 3 plus 3, and you can use your fingers, don't forget. 3 plus 3 is a way to make a sum of 6. Okay, let's go to the next page. Okay, on my own, use word math 3 and counters to show different ways to make a sum of 7. Now I need to make a sum of 7. Don't forget, a sum of 7. Write the numbers. Here also we can use counters. So we will use the counters on both sides. We will use counters on both sides of the sheets. Okay, number 5. I'll start here with 0. I'll start here with 0. Okay, so any number plus 0 gives me the same number. So I'll draw here 7. So 0 plus 7 gives me 7. Any number plus 0 gives me the same number. So I will start with 0. So 0 plus 7 gives me 7. Number 6. In the first part here I'll draw 1. So I'll draw here 1 red counters. 1 red counter. Okay, how many blue counters I need to make 7? Let's count after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So how many blue counters? The second part, how many blue counters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6. I have 6 blue counters. So 1 plus 6 is the way to make a sum of 7. 1 plus 6 is a way to make a sum of 7. Okay, number 7. I will put here in the first part, I will put 2. So in the first part here I'll draw 2. So I need to draw 2 red counters, 1 and 2. Okay, how many blue counters I need to make 7? How many blue counters I need to make 7? Let's count after 2. After 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So how many blue counters I draw? How many blue counters I used? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2 plus 5 is the way to make a sum of 7. 2 plus 5 is the way to make a sum of 7. Number 8. I'll put here in the first part 3 red counters. So I'll put here in the first part, I'll draw 3 and I'll draw 3 red counters, 1, 2 and 3. So I draw here 3 red counters. Okay, how many blue counters I need to make 7? How many blue counters I need to make 7? So after 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So how many blue counters I used? How many blue counters? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll draw in the second part here, I'll draw 4. So 3 plus 4 is a way to make a sum of 7. 3 plus 4 is a way to make a sum of 7. Okay, next one, number 9. Number 9. I'll draw here in the first part, I'll draw 4. I'll draw here in the first part, I'll draw 4. So I'll use 4 red counters. 3, 4. How many more blue counters I need to make 7? So after 4, 5, 6 and 7. So how many blue counters I used? How many blue counters? 3 blue counters. So the second part will be 3. So 4 plus 3 is the way to make a sum of 7. Number 10. I'll put here 5 red counters. I'll put here in the first part, I'll put number 5. So I will use 5 red counters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how many blue counters I need to make 7? How many blue counters? After 5, 6 and 7. So how many blue counters I need? I need 2 blue counters. So 5 plus 2 is the way to make a sum of 7. Okay, let's go to number 11. 4 plus 2. You can use your fingers or we can think together. 4 in your head, 2 on your fingers. After 4, 5, 6. So 4 plus 2 is the way to make a sum of 6. Number 12. 3 plus 4. 3 in your head, 4 on your fingers. After 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So the sum will be 7. Number 13. 7 plus 0. Any number plus 0 gives me the same number. So 7 plus 0 gives me 7. 3 plus 3. 3 in your head, 3 on your fingers. After 3, 4, 5 and 6. So 3 plus 3 is the way to make a sum of 6. 4 plus 3, number 15. 4 plus 3. 4 in your head, 3 on your fingers. After 4, 5, 6 and 7. Number 16. 5 plus 1 is the way to make a sum of 6. Is a way to make a sum of 6. Number 17. 1 plus 6. 1 in your head, 6 on your fingers. After 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So 1 plus 6 is a way to make a sum of 7. 0 plus 6, any number plus 0 gives me the same number. 5 plus 2 is the way to make a sum of 7. So 5 plus 2 gives me 7. Let's go to the next page. Problem solving. Victoria, number 20. Victoria caught 5 fish. Her brother caught 2 fish. How many fish did they catch all together? All together, it means plus. It means that we have here an addition sentence. All together means in all, means plus, means we have here an addition sentence. Victoria caught 5 fish. So the first part we have here 5. Her brother caught 2 fish. So the second part I'll draw here 2. How many fish did they catch all together? So 5 plus 2, 5 in your head, 2 on your fingers. After 5, 6, 7. So 5 plus 2 is the way to make a sum of 7. Number 21. There are 4 dogs swimming in a pond. 3 more dogs join them. 3 more dogs join them. How many dogs are swimming in the pond in all? In all means all together. And join, In all and join. In all means all together. It means that we have an addition sentence. Okay, the first part, how many dogs are swimming in the pond? How many dogs are swimming in the pond? We have 4 dogs. This is the first part. How many dogs join them? How many dogs join them? 3 more dogs join them. So how many dogs in all? 4 plus 3, 4 in your head, 3 on your fingers. After 4, 5, 6, and 7. So 4 plus 3 is the way to make a sum of 7. Okay, thank you for your good listening. See you next lesson, inshallah.